Coach, Davidson scored the first 9 points in this ball game, grew a big lead in the opening half. Where were the areas that you identified as being most decisive here tonight?
Early on it was they hit us with a punch, and I don't think for whatever reason we were ready to execute. I think we were ready to play hard, and they took advantage of some of our aggression and came out with a good punch, and then they were able to kind of stop all of our runs. Every time we got a little momentum, they'd hit a big three, and I mean a team like that going 50% from three, and I feel like they hit. I know there were 12 threes. I feel like they hit most of those in the first 28, 30 minutes or so.
You mentioned that three-point shooting. I mean, some of it is just when you're hot, right? But what were they able to do to generate some of those looks?
I mean, they were backdooring and they were cutting and they were drawing two and kind of shaking guys loose. And they got 2 or 3 really easy looks early. And I felt like after that we actually did a better job. But the issue is when you got a team like Davidson that can really shoot it, and you got guys – and you can go down the list. They got a lot of really good shooters, and if you get open looks that early, they're going to make you pay and get hot, and it's a lot harder to guard them.
You tried a few different full-court defenses and generated a bunch of turnovers in this ball game. Davidson coughed it up 15 times. What is your assessment on the way your team defended, particularly in those full-court situations when you were trying to be disruptive?
We did some good things, but also we got to be smarter. Like we can't have 2 fouls in a row, 94 feet from the basket, and that's kind of on me. Like we put them in that situation where we do a lot of full court pressing, but we haven't trapped like that as much and practiced that as much, and so I think that's probably the reason that we fouled. And I got to do a better job preparing these guys. Wasn't planning on being down and having to press like that the whole game, but that's something that we got to get better at. We have a team that can fly around, and you've seen the last 2 games, and we're playing like that. We're probably a little bit better, and that might be something we adjust to.
In the second half, it seemed like your group was much more aggressive in getting to the basket, getting to the free throw line. You guys were in the double bonus with 10 minutes to play, and not only did you get to the line, but you shot 83% at the free throw line. What did you like out of not only the aggressiveness, but also the way you converted?
I mean, I think it just shows, like, when we're able to get to the paint and we're able to get our matchups how we want them, like, I think we're really hard to guard, and teams got to foul us, so they're going to give us easy looks. And unfortunately, we weren't able to do that very much in the first half. And again, it's a game of rhythm, it's a game of energy, and it took us a lot to fight for that in the second half, and it was just too little too late.
Emmanuel Ugbo leads the team in scoring with 16 points. He matched his career high with 17 on Monday, 16 more today. What have you seen in his development leading into the season and then in these first 2 games of the year?
Playing with force, I think that's the biggest thing. He's someone that we really spent a lot of time in the offseason developing his perimeter game, not even perimeter game, but just his game with the ball in his hands a little bit more. And he was kind of thinking a lot, and the last month or so he's been able to kind of put it all together, play with more instinct, and when he's doing that, he's a monster.
Lastly, your next 3 games back at home, what was your message to your team post-game as you head back to Pullman?
That this group, we've been with each other 5 months almost, and I think this is a team that's best when their backs are against the wall, and that's where we're at right now. So we got to figure out how to come together and go get a win on Monday.
Coach, appreciate the time.
Appreciate it. Go Cougs.